Hello there. My name is Stefan Couture. I'm a singer-songwriter, artist, musician from Rhode Island. I got started in music when I was 13 years old. First, I was an avid air guitar player. After my parents took me to see Paul McCartney when I was in the 8th grade, it was like this big bang moment. I realized that music was more than there's something on the radio. It was something that moved people, had the ability to inspire people, connect people. And I couldn't believe how magical it was when I first saw that kind of thing, that connection. And shortly after that, my grandfather took me to see Frank Sinatra, and that connection, that power, that energy of people gathering, and it was more than just songs. It was something that just was really uplifting.
Do you think they really watch over us? Yeah, like the moon and the stars, defending your own righteousness in a series of parked cars. I'm not sure how I got here. All I know is I was born. Has time all been the crucified for standing here this long? But sometimes all those things, they mean everything. Oh, for all those things considered. Considered. I wondered if they were still marching or has it taken them too long. Inspired by the serpent spot, who knows if they were wrong. Sometimes I'm on a tornado track, just going against the grain. The same things that make you live are the same things that make you go insane. But sometimes all those things, they mean everything. Well, for all those things considered. Considered. Used to watch the pouring rain, was wondering when things were gonna change, and I don't know when, and I don't know why. It's just little on me and the great big sky. Used to watch the pouring rain, was wondering when things were gonna change, and I don't know when, and I don't know why. It's just little old me. in the great big sky. The great big sky. Great big sky. Great big sky.
Some of my musical influences, it's a wide range of people. Obviously the Beatles were like the foundation of what got me inspired. Bob Dylan, Van Morrison, a lot of lyrically driven artists and musicians. I mean, it goes from jazz to blues to folk to hip hop. You know, I can find something that inspires me in pretty much any genre of music. Well, this next song is going to be a new song that's going to be on an EP that I'm going to be putting out this late spring, early summer. It's going to be called The Brief and Binding Light. This is going to be one of the first songs off of it. It's called Chutes and Ladders.
Where do we go from here? I really don't know. Every day is like a choose your own adventure, just avoiding the undertow. Where did it go wrong? How can it be that these four walls form my perception? These songs my reality. I'm gonna bite my lip no more. I've seen better days and I believe there's so much more in store. One day I realize that so many things don't matter. I'm so tired of going up and down. I'm so tired of going up and down and up and down. I'm so tired of going up and down in this game of chutes and ladders. In this game of chutes and ladders. It's all the same, nothing's changed. It's like we're all going backwards while fighting to stay sane. Time goes on and on and on. I believe that there's somewhere I belong. One day I realize that so many things don't matter. I'm so tired of going up and down. I'm so tired of going up and down and up and down. I'm so tired of going up and down in this game. 2 steps forward, then you go back 10. It's getting harder and harder to start over again. Now can't you see why all these things don't really matter in this game of chutes and ladders? In this game of chutes and ladders. Where do we go from here? I really don't know. Where do we go from here? I really don't know. Every day is like a choose your own adventure, just avoiding the undertow.
got away from music for about 10 years, and when the pandemic hit, I got back into playing again, and now it's like I want to just figure out a way of trying to make a living at this. You know, feel like I'm getting closer. Last year I played 60 gigs. This year I'm looking to play even more than that. I got a new album coming out. There's a lot of different things going on, but I want to get into publishing. I want to get into songwriting in a way of maybe selling some songs. I feel like there's so many more avenues of success other than, you know, being a MTV rock star or whatever. I want to be just known as a good writer, and I want to get into publishing, and I want to try to figure out a way of making a living doing this. This is an old song of mine from a record I put out some years ago called Ghost in the Rearview. It's a little song called Such Is Life. A gray morning turns into a gray afternoon. Spend my whole life sending postcards to the moon. Watched it all go dark after it seemed so clear. You never know what you got till one day it disappears. Spill a old man on the corner. He was wearing a frown. I came up from behind him and told him he was a clown. In the circus he's smiling. Man, it's funny what people believe. My best friend told me a while ago, oh, such as life. Once upon a time, thought I could build a spaceship in my yard. Pretend I'm a scientist, how could it be so very hard? Once upon a time, the moon didn't seem so far away. As I got older, it got further every day. Spent my whole life dreaming. If I could think it, maybe it was real. Now it's a bunch of years later, and that's still the way I feel. That's how you know. Everybody says you're wasting your time. Too bad you don't get paid for how hard you try. I got a good feeling that the old neighborhood gonna be surprised. Gonna be surprised. Gonna be surprised. The first words are always the hardest. The first cry, my friend, is always the loudest. In the beginning, you're always too damn nervous, and it's often hard to think for yourself. My best friend says I can be anything I want. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to believe. When she looks you in the eyes, you see things you never thought you could see. When it comes to making decisions, I feel like she's a part of me. She's the one who told me a while ago, oh, such as life. Such as life. Such as life.
such as you and me. Maybe, I don't know. Such as you and me. Maybe, I don't know.
Right now, what's next for me is I got a new EP coming out in June. It's going to be called A Brief and Binding Light. I'm really excited about it. We're in the final stages of mixing it, and we're looking to be mastering it shortly. Hope to be having it out by the beginning of June. So we're right on the brink of something cool that we're trying to put together, and you know, this is a really exciting time. So. This is another old song that's going to be finding its way on this EP that I'll be putting out this early summer called The Brief and Binding Light. This is a song called The Hard Way.
You ever wonder why you got lost in your shadows? Why don't you fly? It's 'cause you don't trust your wings. Just dream out windows and paint invisible pictures. I got lost in the moment sometimes. It's just the simplest things. Four o'clock in the morning now, I ain't even tired. I let the phone ring for hours even though you're not there. Just pretend to do something with some guilty accusation. I just dream of far off places, but in the end, I'm still here. I'm still here. Told me to sit down, so I decided to stand. You remind me of a little boy. What does it mean to be a man? I said, I don't think you really understand. 'Cause if you did, you'd sit down, listen to what I had to say. All along the pages of my life, I've learned everything hard way, the hard way. The other night I imagined that I lived in a castle. I pretended that the sky was the ceiling of Sistine Chapel. To forget it all is to throw it all away. We all wanna talk, we just have nothing to say. Nothing to say. Told me to sit down, so I decided to stand. You remind me of a little boy. What does it mean to be a man? I said, I don't think you really understand. If you did, you'd sit down, listen to what I had to say. All along the pages of my life, I've learned everything the hard way. The hard way. The hard way. All this life, all these days, which way to go? There's so many ways. Which way is up? Which way is down? There were millions of angels floating around. They were playing trumpets, singing to themselves. They were singing, and they were singing, and they were singing, hallelujah, hallelujah. Whoa, 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 the hard way.
All right, this is going to be another song off of A Brief and Binding Light. It's going to be coming out beginning of June. It's one of the first songs I wrote after not writing songs for a long time. I got away from music, and then the world kind of shut down and started writing again. This is one of the first ones to come out, one of the first ones I put together in a while. It's a song called The Rules All Changed.
Well, I swear I saw it all. You gotta get up after you fall. Swear you'll never get the best of me, because my heart is truly free. These days, time moves slower. Maybe some things never change. It's like we're on a roller coaster, riding through the dark as the rules all change. The rules all change. Woke up this morning with the walls closing in. Another day, I don't know where to begin. Sip my coffee, pull my head from the clouds. Found myself getting lost in the crowd. These days, time moves slower. Maybe some things never change. It's like we're on a roller coaster, riding through the dark as the rules all change. The rules all change. July came and went. I wonder if you ever think of me now and again. These days you can't help but wonder. Reveals all your blunders, makes you realize who is your friend. Who is your friend? It's funny what you find when you turn over every stone. It makes me wonder if I'm really on my own. Going through dark days that I swear would never end. with your friends. These days, time moves slower. Maybe some things never change. It's like we're on a roller coaster, riding through the dark. I'm always riding through the dark. We were riding through the dark as the rules all change. The rules all changed. Well, I swear I saw it all. You gotta get up after you fall. I swear you'll never get the best of me, because my heart is truly free.
You can find out more about me over at Stefan Couture Music over on Facebook and Instagram. You can find me at stefancouture.com. Pretty much every weekend I'm playing. Hope to see you out there.
My heart is true, my heart is kind. Then why do I feel as if I've been blind? And if I die before I wake, just tell my soul it all wasn't a mistake. And if you believe and things still come, if it's what you believe, maybe it has already begun. I was so scared that I didn't belong. Sometimes you find out more right than you're wrong. And all these days are such a blur. Just to think that was the way we were. My heart is true, my heart is kind. Then I guess I can say that I've wasted my time. As the story's told, the lost rivers found, the answer to the truth is our solid ground. And I was so scared that I didn't belong. Sometimes you find out you're more right than you're wrong. these days are such a blur. Just to think that was the way we were. Just to think that was the way we were. Just to think that was the way we were. Just to think that was the way we